Hello everybody. I wanted to jump on today to muscle test some stuff in my business, and I wanted to start with clients and calling in more clients, alignment to more clients. How many clients are actually in my field that are waiting to come in and just waiting for me to put out an offer or something? And this is something that we can do with muscle testing, because muscle testing is really good at connecting with the energy of the moment and allowing us to see what our energy is doing, see what our energy is doing in relation to bringing in clients, calling in clients, blocking clients, and all that sort of stuff. So as I'm on here, and if you guys got any questions about your alignment, let me know and we can muscle test them as well. But there's a couple of things that I wanted to have a look at. I had a no-show this afternoon. It kind of annoys me when I have a no-show. And it just really makes me really rethink about, okay, where is my energetic alignment going? All right. So if we have, what I wanted to have a look at first is, how many clients are in my field, or how many potential clients are in my field waiting to come in. And I just wanted to have a look at that. And you can see here, I muscle test with my thumb and my ring finger. So I wanted to have a look at that. So how many clients are in my field waiting to come in to do one-on-one work is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay. So how open am I to receiving those 10 people? And I always do that out of 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, that's 100%. How aligned am I to bring them in within the next, say, 2 weeks? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, this is feeling good. So is there anything that I need to do differently to bring them in? No. So what am I currently, I have my current strategy that here's the thing. I have changed my strategy around content marketing probably in the last couple of weeks. So I really wanted to have a look at, is the content strategy that I'm currently running and the strategy that I'm currently running to bring in clients into my business, is that the same content strategy to bring in these clients that are currently in my field? And that's a yes. Okay. So here we know that sometimes when we have roadblocks in our path, that they're not actually roadblocks, they're just clearings. And when we have those, we need to actually have a look at, all right, what are we experiencing right here, right now? What is happening to us? How are we feeling about it? And is this just really a point in our time where we are cognitively giving ourselves clarity for what we want by experiencing what we don't necessarily want or don't want? So that's something that we can have a look at. So, hello, Miss Helen. I was just saying before, if there's anyone that wants me to muscle test anything for them, just to throw it in here, and maybe it's having a look at how many people are currently in your field, what you need to do to call them in, if your offers that you currently have on the table is right for you, and calling those people in from your field into your reality, and anything else around business and clients coming in. What I wanted to also have a look at for myself, which last time I had a look at one-on-one work compared to group work, and I generally don't do a lot of group work at all, very minimal over the years, because I love one-on-one work and I'm so used to it. But it's something that I've become quite intrigued in at the moment, and dabbling into that one-on-one work. Give me a second, I've got my kids coming back home. I'm closing the door. So I wanted to muscle test for myself what that could look like in regards to, aligning to how many people are currently in my field that are ready to do group work with me, right? And to be honest with you, it could be nothing, because I've never really put it out there before, or it could be a lot. So let's have a look here at muscle testing here. How many people in my field, in my energetic field, that are ready to do group work with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 45 to 50, 55 to 60, 65 to 70 to 80 to 90. Okay, that is a number I did not expect. So 90 people in my field to do group work with me. That is interesting, because for someone that has rarely done any group work before, it's interesting to know there's a lot of people there. Well, I call that a lot of people. For me, that's only used to doing one-on-one, that is ready to do group work with me. So I guess for me, there's so many questions I have around that. So let's have a look. Like, is that group work in one container? Yes. So it's one group program? Yes. Okay. So then I know in my business that, yes, we work around business as an umbrella, but here's the thing. Do I need to break that down? Ooh, no. I was expecting that to say yes. So, and this is a really good example of how sometimes cognitively we can overthink things and get in our own way when it comes to creating programs, creating content. And so when we are in alignment with, with what we want, with what is in our field, when we start to drop that overthinking and even that thinking process and allow things to flow, what comes in intuitively is the right program. So it needs to be not what I should do, not what I think I need to do, but what do I want to do? What would light me up? Actually, I had a download yesterday, a couple of days ago, about something, a membership that I was so excited I was so excited when the thought came into my mind. And I'm like, maybe that could be my first group program. So let's muscle test here. Is that sort of membership that I had in my mind the group program where these 90 people could come in? Yes. Okay. So now we can start to see, I can start to see for myself the ideas that are intuitively downloading with me, what I'm muscle testing that's currently in my field is starting to all marry up. And is that interesting? Okay, so in my cognitive mind, I'd go, let's launch, right? Let's put something together, let's launch. But there's something in me that goes, all right, what is the best time frame? Oh, what is the best time frame to release this? So we're currently July 12th here in Australia. So I go, okay, is the best time frame to launch this membership, is it July, August, September, October, November? Interesting. All right, so the best time for me to launch it is November, which tells me, and I kind of already knew this, a lot of preempting that needs to happen, pre-launching, or you could pre-launching, or whatever you want to call it, before coming into November. I also feel for me that energetically there's a lot of shifts that need to happen and a lot of different awarenesses and growth progress that is waiting for me before I do launch a group program. So that kind of makes sense to me on why November would feel a good fit. Now, for me as well, I've also been noticing a lot of numbers and numerology coming into my world lately, where I've never really dabbled in it before. So November 11th feels really good for me. So also, let's have a look here. Is November 11th the right launch date for this? Oh, it's actually not. Okay, let's go November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, November 19th. There we go. 2024. So that will be my launch date for this. So I was just saying before, if you guys got any questions you want me to muscle test, or anything about business or bringing clients, or how many clients are in your field currently that are ready to come into your reality, if you want me to muscle test all that, just pop a comment in there and ask me the question, and I can do that for you. Okay, so here I know I've muscle tested for me that I have 90 people currently in my field that are ready to do group work with me. I currently have 10 people in my field ready to do one-on-one program with me, or one-on-one work with me. Now, I actually might break that down even further. And what I've also muscle tested is the strategy that I'm currently using. Is that the right strategy to bring in these 10 people? Yes. time frame is looking at about 2 weeks to bring in these 10 people in. Now, this is a really good question. Is like, do I have to wait from now until 2 weeks and then they start coming in, or is it within the next 2 weeks? And this is a one thing with muscle testing that we get to be really specific on, is let's really have a look on how we're questioning. Are the questions broad or are they being really specific? Sometimes we think we're being really specific, but we need to even come down even further. So these 10 clients, are they going to come in between now and 2 weeks? And that's a yes. So within the next 2 weeks. Great. After that 2 weeks, I'm just going to do a little forward projection here. And I'll talk to you about forward projection in a minute, because it can be a little, what's the word? It's not stable, because time is not stable within the energetic realm, right? So when we have a look at muscle testing, what do I want to have a look at? August. So if I'm on the same trajectory as I am now, come 1st of August, how many clients will be in my field for one-on-one work ready to come in? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, is this above and beyond that 10 between now and the next 2 weeks? Yes. So then we can start to, okay, feels really good. What this can also help us to do is ease our nerves a little bit that, do you know what? Those new clients that I want is in my field. And all I need to do is to do the strategy that I've muscle tested that currently is working for me to bring them in. And I can let go of the resistance to where they need to come from. What do I need to do? Are they going to be there? Am I going to fulfill my budget? Like all that self-doubt around it all, in knowing, you know what, there's 10 people in my field. And if we want to go even further into the questioning, what we can do is we can go, okay, these 10 people, have I already been in contact with them? No. Have I been in contact already with some of them? Yes. How many have I already been in contact with? And it could be through, already doing some work with them. Maybe they're past clients. Maybe they're new clients that are ready to renew. Things like that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So which is telling me that 8 of those 10 clients that are in my field ready to come in are, let's not guess, let's muscle test. Are they cold? Are they warm? Are they hot leads? Right, and here we know, as people that run our own business, we know there's different kind of content for cold leads, warm leads, and hot leads. So I know to bring those people into my field, all I need to do is give them an offer, right? Which is interesting because I had a thought before when I was actually out at the supermarket, I might want to give this particular offer out to not everybody, but just to a select group of clients, right? And every now and then I do this, probably once every 6 months. I have a really special offer that I like to give out, and I will go through my current client list. I will go through the people that I've worked with in the past that I'd love to continue working with, and go, you know what? I've got 4 of these offers out on the table. Let me know if you want it. And I've always sold everything that way, like everything that I wanted to give. So that is something that is in my reality. I don't know what that offer looks like yet, so I might do some muscle testing around that. One thing that came in actually, because normally what I do, I put it together an offer that's a certain amount of sessions, a certain amount of special price, and give that away. So I think what came up was either 4 or 6 sessions. So let me just muscle test with this offer. How many sessions does it need to be? Or hang on, let's go back. Is it sessions? Indicate sessions or months. So it's actually months, not sessions. Okay. How many months is this offer to be for? 1, 2, 3, 4 months. It's interesting because I had 4 sessions before, but I over thought that it's not just sessions, it could be months. All right, so if we do 4 months, is this one-on-one? No. Is it one-on-one plus a Voxer? Yes. All right, one-on-one plus Voxer support. How many sessions per month do I include in the package? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. I've never done a 3-session a month package. 3 sessions per month plus. Oh, okay. So what's coming in is like, let's test. Is it 3 sessions per month? No. Is it 3 sessions in the first month? Is it 3? Okay. Is it 3 sessions overall? Okay. It's 3 sessions plus Voxer. Okay. That's interesting. Never done that before. And then the price point gets to be between 0 and 1,000. Between 1,000 and 2,000. Okay, so it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. 1, 5. 1, 5. Is it 1, 5 flat? Yes. Okay. So for me, that's how I do things, to know what's in my field and what I'm currently aligned to. And here's the thing, if you muscle test and you're like, you know what, 1,500 for whatever it is, doesn't feel right for you, it feels too high, it feels too low, you get to actually go, all right, I want to shift that. I would rather it be 2,000. I'd rather it be, 5,000, whatever it might be. And you get to do the energetic shifting and aligning to that new price that you want. Because at the moment, my energy, my body is telling me that that is the price that I can sell for. Right? That's the price that I feel comfortable not only receiving, but comfortable selling. Because there's the 2 sides of it. There's you saying the price, and there's you receiving the money. So you saying the price is, how much can I sell something for? When someone asks you how much your package is, how comfortable are you in saying your price? That's number 1. Number 2 is, for the work that you're delivering, are you happy to receive it? If you're, put it this way, I've got some of my clients in Voxer that rarely use it. I might hear from them once every 2 months. And at the beginning, I would go, oh, it's not worth them having it. Like, I feel guilty receiving the money for them to have this support system that they're not using. And then I spoke to a couple of them where I wasn't going to renew their Voxer support. And they said to me, just the money is worth just having you there just in case I need you. It energetically supports me in knowing I've got that backstop there when I don't necessarily need it all the time. So I got to be more comfortable with receiving that money because it meant so much to them. But if you're receiving money and, say, for example, I don't know, your value seems higher than what you're receiving, or than what you're giving, there's a disconnect for you. There might be a little bit of shame, there might be a little bit of guilt, and that's where you're going to find it hard to sell your services at a particular price, and it'd be hard to receive that money for it if it's not aligned for you. So one thing that's really important, yes, it's how much you can sell your services for, but also how good you feel about receiving that money for the services that you're providing. So that always has to be in alignment for you. Let's see if there's anything else here that is worth muscle testing around offers and people in your field. And if there's anything else you guys want me to test for you individually in particular, just write it in there. Let's have a look here. So I know the people that's in my field for one-on-one work. I know the group work people that's in my field. Actually, with those 90 people that said it's in my field to do group work, I'm really intrigued to know where they are on that warm, hot, cold, warm, hot scale, because then that can really help me create the right content to bring them into my world. And I'm just going to go majority. Okay. No, let's go cold, hot, warm. How many majority are cold? 0, 5, 10, 20, 20% are cold. How many are warm? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. Is any of them hot? No. Okay, so none of them are fully hot, which kind of explains where the November time frame come from. So I know now how to create content for them. My current offer needs to be reworked. Do my current offers need to be reworked, and do I have to write new offers? All right, let's have a look for you, Helen. Do my current offers need to be reworked? Yes, they need to rework. What's coming through intuitively as I say that is, I feel like there's not enough clarity around the offers on what you deliver and what is going to be received by the client, and having very clear, no, it doesn't even have to be really clear outcomes, really clear on the payment that how much you're charging them. I don't feel like you need to write totally new offers. No, you don't have to write totally new offers, but more clarity is needed. Premium offer where one person stays with me in an Airbnb for 2 nights and has an intensive support. Ooh. Much like I had with you at Ellie Beach. How to price. Price is whatever you want. All right? And here's the thing. Again, it gets to be, what do I feel comfortable selling and what do I feel comfortable receiving? In knowing that there's everything available at every price point. Now, I've seen some retreats that are $300 and I've seen retreats that are $30,000. Now, so it's not necessarily about what you receive in the retreat, but one, who you're selling it to, and what you want to price it at, to who you want to get into your world. And I'll give you this example here, Hannah. When I first started with my services with kinesiology, I started at $80 an hour. And I started working with this new mentor, and she helped me create packages, and I put my price up to $120 an hour. And I was so scared. And what I found that when I did it, because I was like, no one's going to work with me, I'm going to lose all my clients, it's just $40. But like, that's the mentality I was in. I put it up to 120 and I'm like, oh my God, I love these new clients. They were just, their energy shifted, their perspective shifted, their dedication to the programs shifted, to their own healing journey. It was like chalk and cheese in the kind of clientele I was bringing in. And that's what I found every time I put my prices up, is I get better clients. So there is a price point that is aligned between you and your ideal client, right? One thing, obviously, make sure all your costs are covered, make sure you're running a profit, and then there is alignment of what your ideal client will pay. I would suggest you do this, Hannah. Pick a client that you love working with and do some market research. What would they be prepared to pay for this experience with me? Right? So that's what I would do, because you can price it at any price point, really. More aligned to where we come from, truth stuff. More aligned to where we come from. Helen, I feel like you're getting confused into selling the process rather than selling what they are coming to you for sell. As a practitioner, we've got to be very careful in sitting in the journey that we take clients through to what they come to us for. And because let's face it, I could be working with people on money, I can be working with people on business, I can be working with people on clients. This is exactly the same journey to some degree that I used to take people through when working on gut health. Right? And that's what transitioned me from doing health into business. So we can label it whatever we want, but the process still is the same. So don't get confused in selling the process. Nobody really cares. Well, they do care to an extent, but no one cares as much as selling the process into the problem that you're solving for them. Why are they coming to you? I feel like this is where a lot of the confusion for you lies, is because more aligned to where we come from and the truth. Because with the work I do, I get people to connect in with themselves, right? With any work that we do as spiritual healers and guides and personal development people, it's all about coming back to the true essence of who you are. You know, if we look at judgment, if we look at being heard, being seen, if we're worried about what people's perspective of us are, it's all about coming back to self. But who are they before they come to you? Right? And I feel like that's where the clarity and the misconception lies, in what you're delivering compared to what they come to you for. Yes, please, Anne-Marie. Tell me, honey, what do you want me to test for you? Do you want me to test for you the amount of clients in your field? To give me something more specific so I can give you specific answers. Does that help you, Helen? I like what's coming through for you. I feel like it feels like a cotton ball that's all in a mess. It's like you've got all the pieces there, and we know that you do have all the pieces there. One, you're overthinking things. Two, you've got to get comfortable with selling. Can you please? And this is really important for you, and understand what selling is and what it isn't. How it gets to feel. And the conversations you get to have around it, and what it's not. I'm quite misaligned at the moment. I can feel that, babe. I feel like in yourself and the work that you do, you're very aligned, but when it comes to working with other people, it's a little bit, the word mumbo jumbo comes in. The amount of clients in my field would be perfect. Okay, Anne-Marie, let's have a look at you, babe. Anne-Marie, how many clients are currently in your field ready to work with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 5. Now, I want to see if they're cold, warm, or hot people. How many cold people are there? 1, 2, 3. How many warm people are there? 1, 2. Okay, so yours again, just like mine was, are cold and warm. So what does that mean? It's creating your content for those clients. So cold clients, we obviously have to bring them on a bit more of a journey with our content, how they're exactly feeling right here, right now, and get them to understand how we do things, what we do, how we can help them. And with the warm clients, it's going to be getting them a taster for your world is what I feel for you. So whether that's definitely through video content, a lead generation that takes people through a little bit of a journey, whether that's, you know, a 2-part video series, or maybe it's just a masterclass, something like that. But have a look at the bottom end of your tunnel, the top end of your funnel, and how they not only get to know how you can help them, but get to know you. I feel like this is where you're hiding from your content, is where they need to know who you are. And the person behind everything to really warm to you so they can start to work with you. I would love to test. My eyesight's really bad today. Mama Medium, I think you're called in it. Mana Medium. Tell me, what's your question, babe? And I'll test that for you. Does that make sense, Anne-Marie? Again, if anyone's on here that wants me to test for them, actually ask your question so I can accurately test it for you. Yeah, Anne-Marie, live content. I'd love to see more video reels from you. And there's a part of you that as soon as I say that feels that, oh my God, do I really have to do that? And by that feeling coming up says, yes, you do. It's leaning into that discomfort, leaning into where that discomfort is that breakthrough on into that next level. Currently interested that, hang on, really interested that there's so many in my field at the moment. Yeah, you would be surprised when I muscle test how many clients are in your field ready to come in, and you just need to give them the right content to bring them into your world and to say yes to you. I'm always surprised. I didn't expect to get 90 people currently in my field that are ready to do group work with me. Like, I'm not a group work person. So we are always surprised because we're so stuck in the physical that we forget that we are more than just a physical being. And the more we're stuck in the physical, we ignore what's in our field. And there's like all these people in our field just going, you know what, Anne-Marie, step up, be seen, being heard. And I will come to you because I know through energy feeling that you are the right person to help guide me through this. So be seen, being heard, step into that discomfort around that, and be open to receiving those clients. And that's the part of the thing. It's for you, it's getting yourself out there, being comfortable, having that funnel put in place, and what was the other thing? And selling. So many people need to get comfortable with selling and even reframing for them what sales is, right? The more we can reframe what sales is, the easier it'll be for us to sell. I remember years ago, I was working with this one sales mentor, and I had a call with him after I had a client call. And this girl called me, we had a conversation, I sold her I booked her in. That's how I looked at it then. I booked her in. We had a conversation, she booked in, blah, blah. And I said to him, that was the easiest sales conversation I've ever had in my life. And he said to me, describe it to me. I'm like, I didn't say anything. She told me her experience. I confirmed that I totally understood where she was at. I told her how I can help her. She booked in. I'm like, that was the sales conversation. And he goes, that's how it's meant to be. Most of us over-talk and over-explain. And this is where I learned the person that talks the most buys. Right? And I'm like, so interesting. So all I had to do was be interested in where they are, understood where they are, understood how I can help them to take them from where they are to where they want to be. And the sale happened. D Bell ZZ. I need to be more comfortable with selling work at my job. Confidence in general. Selling is not about confidence. Selling is about listening and understanding. Okay? Selling is asking the right questions in what do you need? What are you experiencing? What are you going through right now? How do you feel about that? And listening to their experience, and then you get to learn, can I help them? I'm like, yeah, I know what you're going through. I've got so many clients that hate selling. Yep, I hear you. It's not about selling, it's about listening. And once you start connecting with the person that you're talking to, just as a normal person. And that's why so many clients come to me and go, I can sell when I'm teaching my yoga class. I can sell when I'm talking to my friends on the street. It's because you're not trying to sell, you're having a conversation. And once we get to understand that selling is about just having a genuine conversation with someone, acknowledging where they're at, then sales is not sales. Like, we have this idea of a used car salesman in our head that we've got to get out. That's not what sales is. Should I focus on group work or one-on-one work? Now, this is a really big question, Mana, because it's not a should, right? There is two phases for this. What am I energetically aligned to right here, right now? Is it group work? Is it one-on-one work? Which I'll test for you in a second. But it also gets to be, what do I want? And if you really want to do group work compared to one-on-one work, but your testing is not coming up as group work, that means you've just got some shifting and releasing that needs to happen for you to get in that zone. So let's have a look for you. Mana, I'm just writing this down because that's how I cognitively work. Group work, let's have a look at your energetic alignment. Muscle testing here for you with the thumb and the ring finger. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70% aligned to group work. I'm going to continue this testing for you because there's a lot here. Alignment to one-on-one work, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You're 70% both, right? And I feel like at the moment you don't know which way to go, because kind of like, I feel like nothing's really working to the way that you want it to work. So it gets to be, it's not about one-on-one work or group work. That last 30% is like, I get the phrase here, how the fuck am I meant to do it, right? What am I meant to do? I feel like there's a lack of clarity, and this is the same for Helen, the lack of clarity in what you need to do, how you need to be selling. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do to help people, babe? Okay, let me test this for you. How many people are currently in your field to do group work with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. How many currently in your field to do one-on-one work with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is really interesting. Just out of curiosity, are they the same people? No. Are they completely different people? Okay, so you currently have Manna. Actually, I don't know if that's your name. That's just your handle. 8 people ready to do group work with you, and 8 people ready to be one-on-one work with you. I feel like I want to have a look for you where they are on the warmth scale. How many people are cold? What percentage are cold? 10, 20, 30, 40. How many people are warm? 10, 20, 30. How many people are hot? 10, 20, 30, 40. Does that add up to 100? 40, 40, no, it's more than 100. That means some people are on the fence. Okay, so, which tells me you can put an offer out there. Absolutely, I do breathwork and mediumship. Okay, can I just be honest with you about my biggest bugbear with breathwork people? I love them, and I love breathwork. People don't buy breathwork. People that buy breathwork are in it for a once-off here and there. If you want to sell a journey, you've got to sell a journey, not breathwork. Right? Same with mediumship. You're not selling mediumship, you're selling the journey. So you have to get clear. I feel like the only people that sell breathwork and sell breathwork well are the people that video their breathwork clients. Now, I have another issue with that as well, because some people like to be filmed in their releasing of the trauma with their breathwork. But if you want to sell packages, if you want to work with someone to the depth of what they need, don't sell breathwork as it is. Sell them the experience. What are they experiencing right now? Where are you taking them to? Right? So in other words, with myself, I do kinesiology, I do clinical hypnosis, right, and other stuff, other tools. But what am I selling? I'm selling to you to get alignment with your clients. I'm selling you to upscale your business. I'm selling you to bring more money into your world. I'm not selling kinesiology, right? No one cares that I do kinesiology. People care that that you take your business from $2,000 a month to $50,000 a month. Right? So I really feel like for a lot of us holistic practitioners, we need to shift our mindset about what we're actually giving people. Right? And then you come on lives like this and you experience what the muscle tester can do, how it can work, that sort of stuff. Right? So getting really clear on the journey you're taking people through is really, really important. I help people connect back with their own body and heal. Heal what? Right? If the word heal works for people that are already in our industry, that we know we need healing to do, right? For the general part, and this goes to really identifying what client you want to bring into your world. Are you bringing in people that are already healers? Are you people that are already started on their journey? Or are you bringing in the raw people that have never experienced this before, but know that their relationship is going up shit creek and they have no idea why. And they come into your world and they start to understand that my relationship is not working because I've got unresolved trauma from childhood around my relationship with my dad. And therefore every man I bring into my world is an alcoholic, is non-committal, is closed off, because that's how my dad treated me, right? So when we start to get specific around the journey we take people through, we can really start curating content that brings these people into your world. The fact that 40% of your people that are ready to come into your world are hot. They just need an offer, a crystal clear offer on why to come into your world, and they'll buy, right? So for example, I feel like 2 weeks is a really good time frame. Can someone tell me when the next full moon is, or what's the moon phase in 2 weeks? I feel like this is really relevant to a lot of people right now. This next 2 weeks seems to be a potent portal that's opened to bring some stuff in, to call in what you want. To bring that 40% for you, how many people is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 people. That's not even 40%. But I feel like if you get your messaging crystal clear, we are winding up the galactic year. Oh, I knew you'd have the answer, Helen. So it's finalization. Heading into Lionsgate. So is the energy of the next 2 weeks a finishing energy? Because if it is, it's what we can start to sell into. Thank you, Helen. And what we can start to sell into, and this is for everyone here, is completion, closing of chapters, letting go, releasing. That's the kind of terminology that you can start to using to sell into the next 2 weeks, that people will feel into. In that last, so if we say 2 weeks, today's Friday, great, week 1 is next week, so towards the end of July, so that last week of July, I'd even be starting to feel to go into creating newness, right? Beginning. So if you start to look at that manner in regards to what you're selling into, letting go of old patterns of behavior, letting go of doubt, letting go of the old you that is not confident, and stepping into the new you that's empowered, that's connected, that's in flow, that's achieving X, Y, Z, like that's where you'll start to really go. Make no offers, do nothing on July 25th. What day is July 25th? So, does that help you, Mena? I feel like there's something else there that we need to test for you. Ah, okay. The group work, Mena, I have a question to test for you. Is that group work a once-off group work, a program, or a length of time program group work? Once off, yes. Length of time. So this would almost be like a workshop format. I think for you, Mana, what's coming up, muscle testing and intuitively, is creating workshops around certain themes. I'm not sure I'm clear. Here, I'm going to clarify it for you. To creating workshops around certain themes. So it might be a breathwork workshop around letting go. It might be a breathwork workshop about stepping into your power. It might be a breathwork workshop about clearing past energies. It like to have a really clear theme around why they're doing a breath workshop with you, right, as a group container. I feel like you could easily build up into doing these really regularly to get regular income. Whereabouts are you based, Mana? I feel like, you know, you are in a really beautiful energetic location that can really bring in some beautiful people, beautiful energy and routine into doing breathwork workshops. If it's not a Bali, it's up in the mountains, or it's funny. Tell me where you are, and I'm going to tell you what's on my screen, and maybe that's it's all popped up. That this can be a a beginning, an entry level to your funnel. If we look at a business funnel, if we do like a workshop into then different programs and different offerings, that feels really conducive for you. I'm in Maui. Oh my God. 8 of the 8, we had a big fight. Yes. So I'm just going to turn this around for you, and I'm going to show you what's on here and why that question's just come up. Like that there is the vision that I got, and I'm like, oh my God, that's where you are. By the way, that's not Maui. I actually don't know what that is. It's just rolling hills, but it's beautiful. But yes, so Hawaii being on that energetic line is perfect for you. I feel like there is a disconnect between you and the land where you are, though, right? And this happens a lot with those of us who are on sacred land or on land. Well, you've got different energies on your land, so you need to come in one with the energy of the land and what's the word? Work together. Yeah, when we're doing energetic work and we are on sacred land or a high vibrational land, you need to work together, or whilst you're constantly at conflict, and your business will not work as effectively as if when you come together. So I suggest you do a ritual. And if you need help doing this, I can tell you what I've done in the past. But it might just come very intuitively to you to speak to the land, to connect with the land, and start to work together. There is parts of that land for you that is very powerful, that will not only upgrade your energy, not only upgrade your business, but upgrade the energy that you utilize in your business to heal the people that you're working with. The land really can hold that healing vibration for you and for your clients to step into. Yeah, I want to do retreats. Yeah, perfect. So imagine your workshops going from a workshop to a 2-day retreat to a week retreat, right? And so I would be working back. So say, for example, your main week retreat is in September. What's fire breath, Helen? Oh my God, my battery's got to die soon. I'll do this as long as I can. Just say your retreats are in September, then you get to work back to when your 2-day workshops are, to when your evening workshops are, and that creates a really beautiful funnel for you. But again, really working in why they come to you. They're not coming to you for breath work. While that is the vehicle in which you heal with, they're coming to you for releasing of this trauma, releasing of that trauma, releasing of, or stepping into XYZ. Oh, thank you, Helen. On Sabbath, not the moon. Does that make sense for you, Manna? And then out of those workshops, retreats, working with people one-on-one, right? Some people are not, I'm not a retreat person, I'm not a workshop person, I'm not a group person, but I'm one-on-one. So I would be, say for example, if I was in your world, I would do a workshop and then I just come straight into one-on-one, or I just come in straight into one-on-one. You're welcome. Just release the resistance around selling. Yeah. Once your resistance, hang on, I'm just going to test for you. What is your resistance? How much resistance do you have around selling? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, you've got to let that go, because that's what's going to stop you from bringing clients in. And once you release the resistance around selling, the ideas for content will just flow through. The ideas for retreats, the right pricing for the retreats will all start to flow through, right? Because at the moment you're clouded by the veil of, oh, it's actually, I can't sell. Not that I don't want to or that selling's icky. There's a belief in there that is, I can't sell. And we know that's rubbish. Right? So clear that for yourself, and then you'll be able to see things easier. Is there any questions of anyone else? If not, I'm going to leave it there because I need to charge my battery. That is so wild. I was just thinking this before hopping on. If you want some help around that, let me know and we can work together on that. Part of that for you, though, Manna, gets to be resistance around selling because of how you will look to others, especially, I'm going to say, there's a father wound there that around success for you. It's almost like I get this feeling that there is a pattern inside you that I'm not good enough in my dad's eyes. Right? So anything that would prove that theory wrong, as in success, sales, blah, blah, your resistance to. Is there a lot of misalignment resistance to group work for you, Helen? Absolutely. I think you would do, if you could do group work where you didn't show your face, you'd be so into it. Right? And here's the thing, right? Okay. First of all, how much resistance do you have to doing group work? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70%. How much resistance do you have to doing a digital product? 10, 20, 30, 40. There is less resistance to you doing a digital product, and I feel like the only resistance would be the how at the moment. Just got into a fight with my dad this week because I told him I wanted to do retreats. Bingo. It's all coming to you, Manna. And I was just doing a post on this before. It's like, have a look at what's triggering you now, because that is the universe showing you the work you need to do to clear your path forward. So that is your work that you need to do around dad and dad's perception of you in business. That's where you need to start. Sorry, Helen. If you did a digital product, a digital course where people can do it self-paced without you, that would work for you right now. All those little resistance to the how. But once you figured out how to do it, like technically how to do it, it would work for you. I feel like though that would be a cop-out for you, because I know there's a lot of things that is resistance group impacted on selling the viddies. Yeah, I just feel like you wouldn't see it as effective without you there, because you can see people's blocks very clearly. You can see the energy super clearly. So without you technically there, they're only getting half the healing, right? So deep down the most effective way for you to do this is do it face to face, but you've got to lean into the discomfort. You've got to lean into the discomfort of how you feel you are perceived to others, right? You don't feel like you're good enough. You don't feel like, that you are, is that right? You don't feel like you are the right face for a business. But here's the thing, you are the right face for your business, for the clients that you want to attract. Remember, they're attracted to us and our energy, not necessarily our face, not our words. Because let's face it, whether it's Helen, whether it's Manna, whether it's myself, whether it's the 10 million other healers and personal development coaches out there, we all have the same messaging. But the difference is they're attracted to you. They want you because they're aligned to your energy. That's why when we do the work to call in our clients, we project our energy out there. And sometimes that comes through videos and face stuff. Sometimes that comes through words. Sometimes, but they're not connected to that. We know they're not connected to the words that they read. They're connected to the vibrations in between the words, in between the lines. Right? So you have to create for yourself a different perception of self. in this physical plane. And when you do that, your world will explode in so many ways. Right? Which is interesting, Helen, because I know for you, there's a part of you that sits so much on the energetic plane. But when it comes to this part of you, it's almost like you're rejecting self. Yeah, I know what's coming. But it's been coming for ages, Helen, if I can be totally honest with you. It's been calling you for years, even like the past 5 years. So when you accept and love the body that you have gifted yourself to walk this physical plane, then it will all come together. There's a level of self-hatred that you have in for yourself that you've got to clear, or that needs to be cleared. Right? And again, I feel from you, it also comes from father wounds. How I am perceived to my father, how I am perceived to men. Yeah. Okay, so that's your work to do, because you know you have a lot of important work to do here on this physical planet. And unless you get and stand up physically in front of people and deliver that, you can't do it. Do you save your lives? What do you mean, hon? Oh, do I save my lives? I just read that in a totally different way. I haven't, but I will. I think today I'm going to start. Have lockjaw and fire in the belly. Yeah. So clear that throat chakra. Clear that resistance. There is a energetically, there's like a clamp down on your jaw, right? That you need to release. You need to give yourself a permission to step up, be seen, being heard, be judged. Because here's the reality, is that the more that we lean into the discomfort of being judged, and I know I'm talking to myself here as well, because the bigger you get, and bigness is a perception of self, right? How big our audience is, the more we will be judged, the more we will be exposed to people that we will not resonate, will not resonate with us. So the more we can lean into just letting those people go, letting those people be on their journey and judge whoever they want, including us, the more we will rise. The more we will be able to do what we're here to do, which is to gift those people that are ready to work with us that gift of healing. Right? So step into the fullness of who you are, and we need to stop judging ourselves. Be kinder, gentle, grace on this journey. The body does find a way, Helen, but are you listening? Is the question. Because we can be in pain, we can be in discomfort, we can have headaches, we can have gut aches, but what are we doing about it? Right? We can fall over and hurt our left ankle. Yeah, it'll heal in 8 weeks. But the energy that it's trying to shift, are we allowing that to move and to also to filtrate into our cognitive awareness? Yeah, good. This time I've got it. Took me a while to find. Do you know what? If anyone's like me, it takes me, a few knocks on the door to get it. And that's okay. It's, sometimes we hide from ourselves because it's easy to justify where we are than to fully see things and be ready to move forward. And sometimes there's some lessons along the way, as you know, to getting there as well. People, I need to leave. I can hear the kitchen going out there that I need to help prepare some food for kids, and my phone is just about to die. But I will come on here more often because I really enjoy this interaction with you. I enjoy giving you guys clarity. So stay tuned. I may even start to put a time to it. I don't know yet. I'm going to let that unfold as it all happens. But thank you for being on here. I've really enjoyed this. I hope it's helped you guys in some way.